And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
In the room, Saints select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Keep going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, guys? Dirty Boots Sports, and we are back with another episode of Chops and Chains. This is episode number 2. First one was a couple weeks ago. We had our season preview type thing.
Our pre-spring training.
Yeah, just a preview into what this podcast will be. And we're back. A couple weeks of spring training under our belts. Some World Baseball Classic moves from some of the guys. Stuff like that. And it feels like we have a good understanding of who's on the roster, who might be on the roster for the future. Just stuff like that, how everybody's looking. So,
yeah, I've already listed out pretty much like the guarantees, like the locks, and I have 22 names listed.
Yeah,
I think we basically have 4 up for grabs.
And yeah, and half of those 22 are probably signed for the next 7 years. So
I got to 20, I believe, without an issue.
Yeah.
I did 20 off the dome without really thinking.
We brought back a lot of people that just seemed like guarantees from last year. So yeah. But this episode just talk spring training, roster predictions, because now that we have more of an understanding, there's already been some moves made in the pitching department.
Big moves.
I guess just talk about the performances of these guys so far.
And some injury updates too.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of injuries, not that many luckily, but we've also had some very encouraging signs from some guys like Matt Olson, Ozzie,
Riley. I mean, Eddie Rosario.
Eddie's hitting the ball. Yeah,
everybody.
Pretty much. Michael Harris is
Eli White.
Is him. Yeah, we'll get into this though. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with the injury update because that'd be pretty quick. Soroka has began to throw off of a mound, but it's called a short pin. And that's basically whenever the catcher's not catching it from 60 feet 6 inches, he's moving up a little bit far closer. Yeah, and he's catching it from probably around like 55 feet, if I'd have to guess. I don't really know, but he's begun to do that. I'm looking at it like no news is good news at this point.
Yeah,
he's not going to be ready for the opening day roster. He's not going to be ready for the first 2 months of the season, probably. Okay, I mean, we're to that point. He hasn't even thrown off a mound.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to need a month or two of, no hold back minor league ball.
Yeah, and it sucks so much, man, because we saw how much promise he had his rookie year, and I hate it for him. But
and the year after, too, right?
And the year after until he got hurt. I mean, this is...
Did he only pitch one before he got hurt?
Yeah, he got hurt during the COVID season because there wasn't nobody in the stands. Yeah,
seriously.
Yeah, nobody was in the stands. That's why you could hear his Achilles pop like a shotgun.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could remember. I remember that. I thought he was a 2018 guy though.
He might have been. You'd have to look that up. He came up late one year, and that's when he went up to the Mets and threw 7 scoreless and 70-something pitches. Oh, it was beautiful. But yeah, I don't see him really pitching anytime soon, and I mean that's okay, I guess you could say, because we have had some.
Yeah, 18 was his debut, 19 was an All-Star, 20 was Achilles.
There you go. So 18, when did he come up? The
May 1st.
So that's relatively early.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
well,
right after the option day or whatever.
Well, no, he had inflammation.
On May 12th, came back up in June. So
nope, he got transferred.
He transferred to the 60-day. In 2018, he went 2-1 in 5 starts.
There you go.
So 5 starts.
So 2019.
Essentially his first year.
Yeah.
But I guess, was he not Rookie of the Year eligible? Oh, no. Pete Alonso beat him while he finished 6th in Cy Young.
Yeah, but didn't win Rookie of the Year.
Didn't Pete hit like 50 homers, though?
Yeah, he hit like 35 or 40, I want to say. It's fine, though.
I think it was literally 50.
No way he hit 50.
I think he did.
You can't find his stats quicker than that?
53.
Good God.
Yeah. 53.
Well, then, yeah, he deserved to win. He's still a bum. I still think
Now
he
he
sucks.
is. Yeah, he's gotten worse every year.
He really has.
The next one, though, Kyle Wright, though.
Kyle Wright, that's a big one right now.
Oh, and on Soroka, come back by July 4th. I mean, come around then.
Have the opportunity to come back.
Like in old Chip Carey fashion, it'd be like a trade acquisition at the deadline that we didn't have to pay for.
Exactly. We got him for free.
Yeah.
My thing with him is we're going to use the average MLB team uses like 10 pitchers a year, 10 different starters.
Yeah.
He'll have his opportunity, I hope.
Yeah,
so
he will.
But yeah, next we have Kyle Wright. Kyle Wright is still dealing with a little bit of shoulder problems, but he has already thrown some side sessions. He has thrown some live BP. Word on the street is he's going to be throwing in a game pretty soon. He's going to pitch to some minor leaguers before he does that. I've not heard anything else about him really since probably like the end of last week. So I'll yet again take that as a good sign that he's not had any more issues. So we should be okay.
Are we expecting opening day?
Yes. So the Braves have opening day on Thursday the 30th, off on the 31st, play again on Saturday the 1st. So that day off is going to allow them to let Freed pitch twice, and then Kyle come back in for the second series.
Okay, yeah.
So Freed's going to pitch off day, Strider, Morton, whoever gets the fifth man job. Then I believe we're up in St. Louis, and then Freed gets to pitch again. And then Kyle should be ready, they think.
There we go.
So that's big. That's
third
big
week
news.
of the season, second week of the season, something like
second
that.
series.
Yeah, okay.
I believe that's when we play the Cardinals. Everybody keeps saying Cardinals is when we'll see them.
All right.
And that is the second series. So, yeah, he should be back from then. That's big. The other injury, not as big as Kyle and Soroka, in my opinion, but Jordan Luplow, who was who everybody predicted to be in the dead heat of things for the backup left fielder job this spring.
Yeah, the righty option.
Yeah, our righty option. He is officially back, and I will say he's looking really good. He is absolutely hitting the cover off the baseball. But we can transition into that right now because
Luplow 3 games, 7 at bats, 3 hits, 2 doubles.
Yeah,
1 RBI.
One of the doubles I watched at school the other day, he hit it off the top of the wall.
Second highest OPS on the team right now.
He's hitting really well. So the Braves, they have this gap in left field. We don't really know what we're going to get out of Eddie. Okay, we don't know if he's going to be an everyday guy or if we're going to have to platoon him.
But with the money you're paying him, he's going to be playing.
He's going to be playing, absolutely. But we just don't know the role or the size of role he's going to be having. With the backup job, we brought in 4 guys.
Yeah, literally.
We brought in 4 dudes, and they basically said, good luck.
Yeah, and they've all played well.
All 4, I would say, deserve to be on the roster. Yeah. That is how good of a spring they have had through basically 3/4 of the spring.
Yeah, I mean, Luplow has the second highest OPS, which only in 3 games, and the one he's behind is Mr. Eli White, who is
a double machine.
He's played 11 games, and he has a 1.536 OPS.
He's an extra base hit machine. He has 3 homers.
3 homers, 2 doubles,
and that's something like people don't talk about that in spring training. Home runs are really, really, really hard to hit in Florida during the spring.
Yeah.
Because all the stands are open in the outfield. It's always windy because all these parks are right near the beach. So it is extremely impressive if somebody hits a home run in spring training.
But the thing about him is he's actually the only lefty that's in the fight, right?
No, he's a righty. Hilliard's a lefty.
Hilliard's a lefty?
Yes,
okay.
Hilliard's the lefty.
Okay.
So it's really working out for us that he's doing well. Yeah, Hilliard's a lefty. Oh, my bad. Eli's a switch hitter.
Oh, even better.
No, he's not. That says both. I'm an idiot. He's a right-hander.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But he is also probably the second or third best outfielder we have defensively wise, they say.
Second or third in, of our left field options?
No. If he would make the team.
He'd be better than Ronnie?
They say he's a freak.
No.
He runs like a gazelle. They already say he's the fastest player on the team.
Yeah, but
they say he's the fastest player on the team.
He ain't going to be better than Ronnie.
I don't know. I think we'll get to see it happen, though, because he's just playing.
The ball ain't going to drop with him, Ronnie, and Mike out there.
No, it's not. That's we would have the best defensive outfield
And
in the league. It's not even close.
You might see Eli make the team with that
defensive replacement for Eddie.
Guillermo role.
Absolutely. Guillermo role, but actually competent at the plate, it looks like.
Hey. Guillermo will hit a triple every now and then, whenever he feels like it.
But yeah, people also say that he came up in the Oakland A's farm system, and supposedly was like a high prospect for them before he got traded to the Rangers.
Yeah.
And like undoubtedly he's like highly coveted. And people like absolutely loved him coming up. So that's good to see. And Sam Hilliard is another one of the guys. He's
9 games, 28 at-bats, 10 hits, 3 doubles. There's your double machine, I guess. 1 home run, 7 RBIs, 10 strikeouts, though.
Yeah, he's
10 strikeouts, 10 hits, and 28 at-bats.
He's a lot like he's the modern-day baseball player.
Home run or not.
Yeah.
Is this the one that's like really tall?
Yes, he's like 6'5", 240, I want to say. They say he's a specimen. Let me look him up real quick. I got him right here. I got it.
He is
6'5", 236.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
he's the lefty.
Yeah, he is a guy that would be used in the pinch hit role probably late.
And he's also – is he one that's actually under a contract?
Yeah, he's signed to a major league deal because we traded for him.
Okay.
But he's 29. Eli White is 28.
And he also does not have options left.
Correct.
Minor league options.
Correct. He has none.
While Eli White has 2 of those, and that might be what hurts him in the long haul.
Yeah. The option game with baseball I hate so much, man. It's so freaking –
yeah.
It's so irritating to me that – honestly, Eli White will probably not make the roster, and it'll be nobody's fault but the system of contracts that
but
be.
The Braves also don't care. They're more ballsy with it than any other.
We're
teams.
the only team that would be liable to add him to the opening day roster anyway.
Yeah, I mean we've had like the moves with like Mike and stuff like that where. Most teams necessarily wouldn't make this move for a young guy or a minor league guy to come up and impact your team, but whenever we need something, we do it.
Yeah.
And you can kind of look at that same strategy with how they've handled the starting pitch and that 5th starter option.
Absolutely, because was that yesterday or today? That was yesterday.
Yesterday.
So went Tuesday, news that shocked, I think, all of Braves country, if we're being honest. Not the fact of what happened, but how quickly and when it happened.
Yeah.
So coming into spring, everybody knew we needed a 5th starting pitcher. We had 3 guys that everybody thought was fighting for, and they were Colby Allard, Ian Anderson, Bryce Elder.
Well, and Mike Soroka, but he was hurt.
Mike Soroka, but he never even got to pitch. So Allard got hurt, and undoubtedly is like going to be hurt for a while, it seems like. He
was actually pitching well, right?
He was. That's who I thought was going to make it a week ago.
Yeah.
But he got put on the IL. Then that left Ian Anderson, who had one of the best postseason performances of all time for us as a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce Elder, who has shown flashes.
Ian also had a no-hitter in the World Series.
That is correct.
4 innings, but
that was 5, I want to say, actually.
In like 100 pitches.
Yeah, because he can't make anybody swing and miss. But the other guy, Bryce Elder, who has shown a lot of flashes, he just can't throw strikes. That's his biggest problem. He gets behind and counts way too much and walks way too many people. But they both got optioned to the minor league camp out of nowhere. Like, nobody was talking about this on Twitter. You just get the alert from the Braves Twitter account, which is how it always goes. Today, the Atlanta Braves have optioned Bryce Elder, Ian Anderson to minor league camp. We now have 55 men on the roster or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm shocked. I sent it to you. I'm like, oh, my God, what has happened?
Yeah.
And all this happened because we have 2 young guys that are just shoving the baseball down people's throats right now.
Mm-hmm. One of them being Dylan Dodd.
Dylan Dodd, who the average fan probably had never even heard of until 2 weeks ago.
He was one that a lot of people were like, this is this year's Strider.
Yeah, everybody on Twitter was like, whenever he came up, and I think he pitched against the Red Sox, or it might have been the Yankees, they were like, he is going to, like, everybody's like, watch him, you'll see him again. He is going to shock you how good he's going to be. And he's kind of like a fast riser, too, man. He's only had 2 years in the minors for us. and he got up to AAA last
24
year.
years old, lefty,
which is always good because we have only one in our starting rotation. So
he's just the best in baseball.
Yeah, he's the best in baseball. It's not even close. Did you see Pitching Ninja didn't have him in his top 10 pitchers in MLB today? Yeah, I laughed.
Stupid.
Somebody
did he have Strider?
Yeah, he was tied for 10th. Somebody retweeted, it was like, did Freed die? But yeah, Dylan Dodd, he's come out of nowhere. Let's put it this way. His number for spring training is number 85. Okay, his number is 85. That means they had no intentions of him making it, A, this far into spring training, or B, the opening day roster.
He looks like he's looks like Max Fried a little bit.
I like him.
With some
dude.
hair.
I like him. He's got a little bit of meat on his bones, too.
Is he... So he's not on the 40-man, right? Non-roster invite.
I do not think.
Non-roster
Schuster's
invite.
a non-roster invite.
So is he?
So is he?
Yeah.
So we'd have to free up a spot. But all these dudes
Don't
getting
we
put
have
on the
spots?
Well, yeah, because Enoa's getting put on the 60, as is Matzik.
And
so,
Allard. Allard
and
gets
Allard,
something.
yeah, that'll free up spots. So we're fine on spots. We came in 2 less anyway. We came in with 38. So we'll
What's
be fine.
wrong with Enoa?
Tommy John.
Oh, yeah.
Had Tommy John last year. Yep. Can you imagine? Like, I just would love to know what would happen with him if he didn't punch the bench in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I mean, would he
I
have kept it going, or
I think he would have faded. But
obviously, yeah.
I don't think he would have faded off horrendously. I don't think, man.
Yeah.
It's just
It's good to have him in the future, though.
absolutely because
Another piece.
if he was healthy, he'd be fighting for this 5th spot.
Yeah, and he has the experience.
Exactly, and has shown that he could do it for a couple months. But the other guy is
Jared Schuster.
Pinch me if you heard this before. Braves top prospect.
Yeah.
Showing flashes. He's only played
a top prospect that's not in the MLB top 100.
Exactly. He's
Oh,
only
crap,
pitched.
he's a lefty.
Yes, he is. That's why I love it, Clay. I love that
know
it's
that.
between both of these two because we need another lefty.
I did not know he was.
Yes. Forgot what I was about to say.
Non-roster invite.
Non-roster invite. Yet again, nobody really thought this was going to happen. Oh, I was going to say, just like Mike and Strider, he's barely played at AAA. He's had like 3 starts, I'm going to say, at AAA.
Yeah, and Dodd, same thing.
And he comes into campus a non-roster invite because they do that with some of their bigger prospects. Like Dodd's number 10, he's number 1.
Yeah, he had, what's that? 9 starts in AAA last year.
Yeah. 4.25 ERA is not bad at all.
And a 1.21 whip.
Yeah, love to see that. So he comes in.
39 strikeouts to 16 walks.
They invite their top prospects in every year, basically, just to get some eyes on them. Because, like, if we're being honest, Snit and Walt Weiss, they've never seen half these guys before.
Yeah, and we also don't have that many, like, spots
we have
to battle for.
Yeah, we have no roster battles. This is all guys just getting work, getting some eyes on them. And
Dodd's
again,
made 1 start in AAA.
There you go. Yet again, he's number 84, so they had no intentions of this happening. And then what I love so much about the Braves, man, is the fact that they do not care. You know, they're going to be aggressive. They're going to play the best men available. And
Yeah, I mean, the
love
guys that we need to make our roster the best it can be, we'll do it.
Yeah, and that's what's that's the best thing about him, except for Marcell Ozuna, who before a week ago everybody was like, "Oh my God, here we go with this crap again," because he was not playing well. And Snit came out and bluntly said, "Marcell Ozuna will be on the opening day roster, and you know why."
Yeah,
and
I mean,
like Justin Toscano said,
option.
yeah,
like,
Justin Toscano said they have 37 million reasons why he's going to be on the opening day roster.
Yeah,
and it is what it is. But guess what? Marcell Ozuna must think there's a COVID outbreak coming again because he's hitting the cover off the baseball like he did in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
He is hitting double after double, piss missile after piss missile. He ain't hitting no home runs, but I don't really care about that right now.
28 at bats, 9 hits, 4
Yes.
doubles, no homers, which is weird. 4 RBIs.
It's so hard down there, man. I'm telling you.
8 strikeouts, which I mean,
I don't care.
not terrible in 28 at bats.
I mean, I don't care about that for him at all.
831 OPS, 321 average, 367 OBP. Man, that's not bad at all.
No, and something the Braves did with him is he has been on every road trip which is like
punishment.
It's a punishment. It's a middle finger to him, basically saying we're still
Get
pissed
your stuff
off.
Together.
Yeah, we're still pissed off at you from last year. So basically, this is your last chance.
Yeah.
And spring training, you don't fly on an airplane. No. You ride buses everywhere. And he's been on every single bus trip. And David O'Brien was asked on the pod the other day. Eric O'Flaherty asked me, it's like, so has he been a problem in the locker room because of all these bus rides? Has he been kind of pissed off with people and acted kind of standoffish or whatever? And David was like, not at all. You would think nothing has happened. He is still Marcel. Everybody still loves him.
Everyone loves him.
He was like, everybody just leeches onto him.
He seems like a fun guy.
Oh, my God. I would love for him to be my teammate.
Yeah.
You know?
He might just have a few too many drinks after or something.
Yeah. I mean, he's Marcelo Ozuna from the Braves.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm happy to see that because if we're being honest, if we can get him going, dude, if we're looking at our roster, our weakness right now is left field and DH. And
yeah,
if we can get him going, we're down to just really one weakness in left field. And that might not even be a weakness if Eddie keeps on hitting like he has been hitting.
No.
Have you watched him in the WBC?
Yeah.
He is hitting well.
Mm-hmm.
He almost took some dude deep a minute ago before I came over here.
And with that, like at left field, having that many options, yeah, it can be a weakness, but there's so many ways to get around that with the platoon.
Exactly. And this was before you started watching the Braves. Preston Tucker.
Yeah.
We signed him, non-roster invite guy, came to camp, hit really well. Him and Ryan Flaherty. Ryan Flaherty played third that year. He played left field. He was too hot to say you can't play. He makes the opening day roster. He hits like crazy for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just long enough. This is the year we called up Acuna. It was just long enough so where he lasted. It started fading right when we could call up Acuna. And that's why Acuna played left field. And a lot of these guys feel like that to me. Like Eli White, what he's doing, how well he's playing, it feels like Preston Tucker from 5 years ago or 4 years ago, however long ago it was. So that's really, really good to see from all these guys.
Matt Adams could be another example of that too. He came up after Freddie got hurt, right? And then he played well enough where they didn't have to make any other move.
Yeah, we traded the night that Freddie got hurt for Matt Adams from the Cardinals.
And then, Arcia last year some.
Yeah. Speaking of Arcia, talking about the shortstop battle real quick, it's really not a battle any longer. He's barely played any shortstop. Like today, huh?
What are we doing with him?
I think we basically told him you're just going to be a depth guy.
But at the same time, like Adrianza's playing so well, he
Adrianza's
feels like he's going to make the roster.
He's playing extremely well. That's the thing. Like we might have an Arcia Adrianza little battle, and the thing about Adrianza, he could play anywhere. He could play the entire infield and outfield just about.
Yeah.
So Anthopoulos loves those kind of guys, and Adrianza, he's a Brave. I mean, he delivered one of the biggest pitch hit at bats in that World Series run.
Yeah,
NLCS. So he might sneak onto the roster. I don't know yet still because, everybody loves Arcia too.
Arcia's 2-year deal.
Yeah, he's still in arbitration and stuff.
$1.5 million each year.
Yeah.
Which, that's a good contract.
Oh, absolutely. For a former starting shortstop.
Yeah, that's only 28.
Yeah.
While Adrianza would have to be added to the 40-man, I'm guessing?
Yeah, because he was a minor league invite.
Okay.
So, but the thing with him...
He's on the Jesse Chavez contract, right?
Jesse Chavez is going to make the team, though. That's a guarantee.
Is he?
Oh, my God, yes.
He's not even pitching that well.
Bull crap.
Got like a 5 ERA.
He had one bad game.
Yeah.
Go look at his game log. Click on him, go to his game log. He gave up a run in like 3 weeks. So, Adrianza and Arcia, the thing there is Adrianza has not started a game. That kind of makes me feel like he's not going to make it because today
Adrianza hasn't started a game?
Correct. Today, Vaughn had the day off. Guess who played shortstop? Shoemake. So that makes me really feel like Arcia is just done.
Oh, you think Arcia's not going to make the team?
No, I think Arcia is going to make it, but I think competition's over.
Yeah.
I think they're just getting him reps at second base because they let Ozzie DH today to give him a day off. And that's how I feel. I feel if Adrianza was going to make the team, he'd be getting some starts every now and then now. Because today would have been a perfect day. Put Arcia at short, put Adrianza at second, or other way around, but they didn't do it.
There's Jesse.
Yeah, he's given up 2 runs. Or he's given up 4 runs, but 2 earned. And his middle
He's
start.
had 2 bad outings out of 6.
Oh, is that bottom one an outing?
This top one is right here.
Oh, I didn't see that.
The 2 times he's played Boston.
Okay, so that was the first time.
The very first game of the year.
Yeah, I knew his first one was bad. Okay.
And then he's had another Boston one March 7th that was bad.
So he's given up 4 earned runs, and he has
6 appearances.
9 strikeouts.
Yeah.
He throws 85.
And 1 walk, which was also against Boston, so just don't play Boston. He has 0 strikeouts in a game against Boston and 1, and while the other ones he had 3, 2, 1, and 2.
Yeah, and they even let him have his little opener role against the Rays, and he pitched 2 innings of 3 strikeout ball.
Yeah, so just no Boston, and he'll be all right.
He's going to make the roster. I'm
Probably.
completely convinced because you know who's not going to make the roster? Jackson Stevens.
Yeah, he's been bad.
He has looked horrible.
The magic's worn off.
He has looked like the guy that used to pitch in the Mexican League.
Yes.
Like you're having to click to go to the next page to find him right now.
Yeah,
he is at
135 ERA.
Yeah, click on him.
How's that even possible?
He might get cut tomorrow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad. And I'll tell you who else has been bad reliever-wise, and he's going to make the roster.
Kirby Yates?
No. The
Jimenez?
Lucas Luge.
Oh, has he?
Luigi or whatever. Yeah, he's had
Stevens only had 1 outing.
Yeah, and it was bad. He got 5
earned
runs. Yeah. 2 homers. I've seen all I need to see.
Yeah. Really, none of the bullpen's been good.
None of your big guys have been good, which so much of theirs is adrenaline based.
Well, and I think they're a little more important when it comes to pitch clock because they have such.
I agree.
They have such little time in like the real game scenarios.
Have you seen what AJ Minter's doing?
No.
He is going back to the windup for the first time since he pitched at Texas A&M. Because you know his stretch.
Yeah.
He'd come set and he'd sit for a long time, then pitch. He's going to the windup to help speed him up to help with that. So that's a development because you really don't see a whole lot of big time relievers use the windup, if any, honestly. But Lutgy, I can't remember how they say Luggy or Lug or Ludge, something like that. Number 63 from the Braves, we got him from the Yankees.
Yeah, lefty.
That's why he's making the roster. We have 2 lefties in the bullpen that are guarantees, Mentor and Dylan Lee. He's going to be the third because we got to have a third.
He had his first outing, 1 inning pitch, 2 hits, no runs allowed. Then against the Yankees, 1 inning pitch, no hits, no earned runs, 1 walk. Then he had a bad outing against Detroit.
Yeah.
Where he had 4 earned runs.
I think the Detroit game, everybody had a bad game that pitched because I think Mentor and Iglesias, Mentor and Jimenez also pitched.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not even worrying about the relievers.
And the thing is, our big-time relievers, we don't pitch them until like the middle of spring training because they don't need a whole long time to get going.
Yeah.
And those guys, managers look at their pitching as bullets.
Yeah.
And they don't want to run out of bullets early, basically, so they're trying to prolong it. That's
and
like, guess who hasn't pitched an inning yet?
Has Morton?
Morton has. He pitched last Saturday for the first time. Colin McHugh.
Oh.
Forgot about him, didn't you? Yeah. He hasn't pitched an inning. I just looked up to make sure he's still on the roster. He is. But he ain't pitched yet because he's a guy that doesn't need to get going until probably like a week before the season starts. But these guys pitching right now for the first time, they're at more of a disadvantage as the starters were and the first people that pitched because the hitters are back in the swing of things.
Yeah.
And the hitters are ready. So,
and the thing is,
take the numbers as you want.
With so many of these guys, like whenever the time comes, they've been doing it long enough to where it doesn't there's no concerns.
Let the adrenaline get going.
Like Minter's been good enough for long enough where you know he's going to be him. You know,
let the lights get cut off and the tomahawk flashlights start going. Minter's going to be fine.
And I think we've seen Iglesias pitch enough as
He's
a Brave and also just as a pitcher in the MLB where you don't have concerns. Dylan Lee had a good enough year where you don't really feel concerned with him
at all.
And which he's also pitched well already this year.
I love Dylan Lee. I love his story.
And that might be something to kind of look at as like Dylan Lee, what's that? Five games appeared in, 4.1 innings, 0 earned runs. Yep. He's by far the youngest in our bullpen.
Yeah, he is. And it's not really close.
Is that what do you think the pitch clock is more adjustable for him because he's been doing his game a little bit shorter? And also he's been in the minors a lot more recently than all these guys.
That, and I feel like he
has
a chip on his shoulder.
Has the pitch clock been around for 2 years?
Yes.
So 2021, he was in the minors pitching with pitch clock.
And I think he just has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder still. Because he still feels like, I have to make this team. You know? Mentor, Iglesias.
Well, even though he knows he doesn't. Like, he knows he's on it.
I don't know if he thinks that, though.
He was on it the entire year last year.
He has shown enough bad at times that he has a little bit of doubt.
I mean, he was elite last year.
Yeah, he was really good, but Mentor, Iglesias, Jimenez, they all know they're
just looking at the numbers, though, he has a 0 ERA, and he's actually pitched with pitch clock before the spring, while Kirby Yates, 13 ERA, never pitched with pitch clock. Well, he might have appeared a little bit in rehab last year.
He'll never pitch for the Atlanta Braves again.
You don't think?
No. No, if he don't make the roster, we're gonna cut him and let him go find another
I think
team.
he'll make the roster though.
I don't. I've already listed out the names. I don't see any of these guys I've listed coming off.
Iglesias, you don't have any problems with him. He has a higher ERA. He's older. Luch, whatever the crap his name is,
guaranteed. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna make it lefty. Also older though. Never had to pitch with these circumstances.
And the thing with Luge is he's never going to have to pitch in high leverage stuff.
Yeah.
Because we'll have Lee or we'll have Mentor ahead of him.
Yeah. Jimenez, 10 ERA, never done it before. Mentor, 54 ERA, never done it before. Jesse Chavez hadn't done it before.
I mean, crap. Mentor's
Colin
learning how
McHugh
to
hasn't
pitch
done
out
it before.
Wind up again.
Yeah.
Go back to the first page. Here's a guy who has had the best spring out of any reliever, just about, in my opinion. Our first signing from the offseason. The guy I was extremely excited to get.
Anderson.
Yes, Nick Anderson is going to make the roster.
3.6 ERA, 5 games, 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs.
10 Ks.
0.8 whip.
Yep.
10 strikeouts, yeah.
He's pumping it, dude. He really is. And his velocity's coming back. He's sitting about 94, 95 every now and then. And they were worried about the TJ surgery he had a couple years ago. He was finally getting back in the swing of things last year from it. But now it seems like he's back, and he's going to be good. And one more thing before we move on. Jimenez, he hasn't gotten up to his full velocity yet. That's something to watch out for because he did start throwing a little bit later than everybody else because of his back injections.
Yeah.
In the spine. So give him time. I think he'll be fine. He's not sitting 99 like he normally does. He was sitting about like 96, 97. And if you rely on that 99, that means your ball's probably pretty straight. And if it's 96 and straight compared to 99 and straight, it's two completely different things.
Nick Anderson had 19 games in the minors last year.
That makes sense.
So, I mean, it's a very fair assumption.
That's very good.
Yeah, I mean, all these guys are having to adjust because pitching's probably way more harder to adjust to than what batting is.
Oh, my gosh, yes. Yes, and that's what makes it so impressive what Max Fried has done.
Yeah.
Which is just shutout baseball.
Yeah, he's Max Fried.
He's going maximum Fried in the freaking spring training games. He's pitched more than twice, hasn't he?
Apparently not. Which Strider's been incredible as well.
He finally gave up a run today. He gave up 2 today. But he's so good, dude.
Anything else on this little situation, pitchers?
I can't think of nothing.
I guess non-pitching wise, to kind of recap what we've seen in the spring, Matt Olson.
He's come back to earth a little bit recently. He hasn't had but like
He's
two
only
hits.
batting .417.
Yeah, bum.
Yeah. He hit 3 homers in the first 3 games, I believe.
Something like that, yeah. And a couple doubles, a couple ribbies.
I'll say I put him as my third Brave before the year. I put him above Riley.
He has looked
It's
really
almost
good.
as if he's been shifted his whole career.
Yeah. And he's already gotten a couple hits where that
Immediately.
second baseman
Yep.
would be. And that's what's awesome, dude. I'm so excited for him. Vaughn has looked sensational at the plate.
Yeah, Vaughn, 3
strikeouts.
28 at bats.
That's been the big thing. How many walks has Harris gotten?
3 walks, 6 strikeouts, 25 at bats.
I'll take that. Give me about half. I'll take it.
Along with 6 hits, 1 triple, 2 homers.
Yeah. He's had a couple little dry spells every now and then, but we know he'll be fine. Justin Dane with a .429 batting
And
average.
5 stolen bases.
And he's like 28 years old. Good for him. Ozzy's had a couple walks too, man.
Ozzy has more walks than strikeouts. 4 walks, 3
Last time
strikeouts.
we've said that.
And he's had some of the weirdest Ozzy homers I've ever seen. Which the first homer he hit was the most stereotypical Ozzy homer, where it was lefty and he like tomahawked at it and the ball went probably a mile high and got out.
Yeah.
But then his next one
Was a
was a
line
line
drive.
drive from the left side. I've never seen him done
to
that.
right center.
Yeah, I've never seen him do it.
That's the quickest home run he's ever hit as a Brave to me.
Yeah, every time he hits homers from the left side, it's a fly ball that goes to the chop house.
Mm-hmm. That one he hit a couple of days ago was a missile, dude.
Yeah.
Braden Shoemake's had a really good camp.
Yeah, and
I don't believe
trade
in the
piece.
hype.
Trade piece. Trade piece.
He'll never make it out of AAA
Trade
anywhere.
piece.
I hope, but he's
a guy
people
that
on Twitter, dude. People on Twitter are like, why isn't he a candidate for opening day shortstop contention? Because he has a pretty good glove compared to Vaughn. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's definitely better than Vaughn's. Even though Vaughn's look pretty much serviceable, that's all you really want from
Vaughn's
him.
made like 1 mistake.
He's given up a couple of hits too. They say, I don't know. I never could find video.
Well, he also probably doesn't have full-time try-hard Ozzy out there.
Yeah, and Vaughn's 6'4", dude. Like,
yeah,
that's gonna be an issue, and I get that, but it is what
it's going to be an issue for everybody though without the shift. So
exactly, and but everybody on Twitter is like, why isn't Shoemake getting talked about as possibly making the opening day roster starting shortstop? Because he has sucked every year in the minors since we drafted him out of A&M. He has been horrible. Like, I think his highest batting average year is probably like around like 240 in the minors. Like, that ain't good, man. And so I'm glad people are kind of like starting to shut that down finally on there. Yeah, what's his batting average?
Last year in 76 games in Gwinnett, he batted .259.
259. Okay.
316 on base.
57
strikeouts.
That's not
23
bad.
walks.
Yeah. He's not done well in the minors, so I don't think.
But we saw what Vaughn can do at the majors level batting.
That's why it feels like I don't know why people are even talking
also,
about
Vaughn
him.
is much of more of a speed threat.
Oh, for sure. And he could still develop. He's younger than Shoemake.
Oh, yeah.
Shoemake's my age, I think.
Yeah, Shoemake's 25. Lefty, though.
Screw that. I hate that. How tall is Vaughn? Or not how tall. How young is he? Is he 22?
He's Mike's age.
So he's 22.
I'm pretty sure. Or he might still be 21. He just turned 22.
01, yeah.
In January.
6'3",
I'll
take him.
Righty. Yeah.
I'll take him.
But no, this spring he's 3 strikeouts to 1 walk.
He has done everything you would want him to
28
do.
at bats, 3 strikeouts for a 22-year-old.
Yeah, a guy who had a lot of strikeouts last year.
Yeah.
And he's been playing on the road as well. So he's been playing against some good pitchers.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. The good teams, like, they don't travel.
Yeah.
They only play for the home games. But he has traveled, and he has played against good teams. So that's what's most encouraging about him and Ozuna, because Ozuna's having to be hitting against good people as well.
I want to lock him down for the future.
Make him prove it for a year.
I don't care. I want to lock him down now.
Make him prove it.
I'll give him that Keibert Ruiz deal. 8 for 50.
You can't do that until you know he can fill this position, though.
He can. He can field it.
Make him.
He can do it.
Let's make sure, though.
He can do it.
Let's make sure he can do it for 162.
I don't care if he don't. I don't care if he can't field it.
Crap, I do. It's the most important position on the field,
I don't
just
care.
about.
I don't care. If he can hit the ball and he can run, he'll be all right.
I just hope we don't notice that Dansby's not there.
Yeah. I don't think we will.
I don't think we will either, but Dansby always made some plays, man.
He did. He played a really good shortstop.
Yeah. So you want to move on?
Yeah, I mean, what else do you want to talk about? Do you want to do just overall predictions for the roster?
Yeah, let's talk about the roster because we have some positions up in the air.
So start from catcher.
No, let's start from starting pitcher.
Okay.
Because that's how I have it written. Starting pitcher, we know we got Freed, Strider, and I'm going to assume, all right, so first off, there's 26 men on the opening day roster. I'm going to assume Wright's going to make it, barring any setbacks. And then Charlie Morton, fifth starter. We thinking Dylan Dodd or Schuster?
I think it's I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking Schuster.
That's what I'm thinking.
Dodd's been a little bit better, but I think Schuster's kind of been on the radar a little bit more.
Yeah, I can see either.
Dodd would be a little too much of a ballsy play. You know what I'm saying?
I think this is going to come down to their final starts, just about.
Maybe.
I truly think they're going to be watching tick for tat like their stats go at it. And the good thing about them, I'm pretty sure they've been going in order. Like, it's been Dodd, then Schuster, and each time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Schuster as well.
I think it's a little bit safer to go with Schuster.
Yeah, I think it's the safer bet, and we know we're not scared to bring up a top prospect.
Yeah. Now, because before spring, to most Braves fans, saying that Jared Schuster would pitch for the Braves this year wouldn't be a complete surprise. Or saying that he would
at some point.
Saying that he would be a starter for us wouldn't be a complete surprise.
At some point, he would start this upcoming year. We would say, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking at futures before spring training started.
Yeah.
He was listed as a potential Rookie of the Year candidate.
Yeah.
Like, plus 5,000 or 6,000 odds.
Now,
yes.
with Dodd, it's most Braves fans that
didn't know
had heard
who
of
he
him.
was.
Well, they either didn't know him or they thought he might be a bullpen guy, like kind of towards the end of September or something like that.
They thought we'd bring him up
Because
to be that lefty.
He throws hard, right? Like 99?
Not 99.
Is he not the one that throws high 90s?
No, we got a different guy in the minors for that.
Oh.
He's around 96.
Okay.
96, 95, I'm pretty sure. But, yeah, he's got a big arm. He's got nasty stuff.
He was almost kind of talked about as like Dylan Lee, essentially.
Out of the two, he is the more power pitcher. For
okay.
Sure. Yeah, Schuster is going to rely on his changeup. He has a filthy changeup.
Yeah.
And that's going to be what he's going to rely on. But I'm with you. I think Schuster. So we got our 5 starters. Bullpen, Iglesias, Minter, Jimenez, McHugh, Dylan Lee. Those are all guarantees, I think. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hold up. Say those again.
Iglesias.
Yeah.
Minter, Jimenez, McHugh, Dylan Lee. And Luge.
McHugh,
Dylan
Lee.
Luge.
Yeah.
Those are all guarantees. That's 6.
So that's 3 lefties, 3 righties.
Yeah. All of the predictions that Bowman has done, he's given us 8. So that'd be 13 starters, 13 position players. I can see that.
You don't think we'll go 14-12 either side? Yeah,
we're not going to carry 14 position players.
No.
It's either going to be 13 or 12. We're not.
Yeah, especially with like Kyle Wright's injury, maybe.
That and Ronnie being fully healthy.
Well, I was thinking with our left fielder situation, with how many we have, like it might be best to keep.
But having Ozuna +1,
true.
You technically have 5.
True.
Technically.
Yeah. And if you bring in Arcia or Adrianza, one of them can play
Arcia
left
can
field.
play it, yeah.
Arcia and Adrianza both have played it.
So the final 2 spots for the bullpen, we need a long man. So that's either Chavez or Jackson Stevens.
No.
Right now it's going to be Chavez.
Yeah. I don't think Stevens was ever going to make the roster.
I don't either. I think they kind of saw it as we got lucky last year as well. And then I got Nick Anderson. He's been way too good, dude.
Yeah, I think Anderson makes it for sure.
He's been way too good. And with
I
could
don't
see,
think Kirby Yates?
a lot's going to have to change. He has not done a good thing as a Brave since we signed him. Which, we signed him 3 years ago whenever he scheduled as Tommy John. But still, last year, he didn't do nothing.
2 years, $8 million.
Yeah.
I feel like he has to make it. 2 years, $8 million.
I'm going to write him down here. We'll see how many position players we get.
Yeah.
Okay. So right now we got 8.
So you think Chavez over him, though?
Yes, because you got to have a long man. None of those other guys.
But Chavez would be a lot easier to just send to the minors.
But you have to have a long man.
McHugh.
We'll
McHugh.
Yeah. But I see us using him strategically still. Him still being an actual piece.
Because our setup men will probably be Mentor and Jimenez.
Absolutely. With Iglesias closing or Mentor closing. I mean,
Anderson could also be a setup man type guy.
Yeah, or Dylan Lee.
Yeah, depending on the lefty-righty.
I
think McHugh's more of the innings eater
bottom
type
half.
Guy.
Him and Loogie. And
he's more of an innings eater guy, but at the same time, you wouldn't mind having him in at the 7th.
Yeah, like we did against the Mets last year.
Yeah.
And you freaked out.
Yes.
Catcher, Travis and Murphy. That's a guarantee.
Yeah.
We're not carrying 3. Infield, Olsen, Albies, Riley, Grissom. Those are all locks. I think Arcia will make it because I know how much they love him, and based off of the fact that he's actually getting starts.
Yeah,
and Adrian's is not.
I don't think there was ever a chance that Arcia wasn't making the roster.
Yeah.
And he can play all the positions. Well, can he play first?
Who?
Arcia.
I've not seen it, but I don't know why they wouldn't have had him work on it.
I feel like he probably can.
I'm sure that he's worked on it.
Also, Riley could, and Arcia could play third.
Yeah.
Arcia can play second,
if
short,
if all hell breaks loose, we can put Riley at first.
Yeah, Arcia can play left, short,
it's ugly
third,
over there
second,
for him, but
everything.
still. Yeah. And then outfield, Ronnie, Harris, Rosario, Ozuna, and then I think Luplo's going to make it.
Rosario, Ozuna. So stopping at them 4. Ronnie, Harris, Rosario, Ozuna. With the 5 infielders, 2 catchers, that's 7 plus 4, 11. So we're looking at 2 more to fill out 2 outfield spots because Ozuna's a DH, essentially.
They've played him in the field some this spring.
Who, Ozuna?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's essentially an outfielder.
He's essentially a DH. I could see us using Travis at DH if we had to.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Trav's going to play some DH.
Yeah.
But you're not going to carry a third catcher.
No.
With Murphy.
Not going to do it.
But Ozuna is a DH.
Yes. Ozuna's
going to play as little left field as possible.
I would hope. I hope he doesn't bring a glove to the ballpark.
Yeah, maybe.
I hope he don't.
So we're down to who?
Hold on, I got
White, Luplow, Pilar, and Hilliard. Right?
Yeah. I think Luplow makes it.
White and Luplow both have options.
But the thing is, Luplow was signed to be this guy. He was the favorite coming into camp to make the opening day roster. And now that he's actually healthy, he's looking like what they thought he'd look like.
Yeah.
And it's honestly kind of impressive since he's coming in so late into camp and doing it,
Yeah.
Once the pitchers have actually been ramped up, that's what makes me feel like he's going to be one of the guys, if not the guy. Because if we go just 5 outfielders, counting Ozuna as an outfielder, that's 10, 15, 17, that's 25, and you could carry another pitcher with Yates to make it 26, and have 5 starters, 9 pen, and then
I think we knock out Pilar.
I do too. I think he's fallen off too much.
And the non-roster situation with him.
Yeah.
So that knocks you down to Hilliard, White, and Luplow for 2 spots.
How many lefties do we have? We have Olsen's a lefty, Ozzy switch,
Eddie's a lefty,
Mike's
a lefty.
So you have
we're gonna have 3 lefties and a switch in the everyday lineup essentially.
Yeah.
Everyday lineup against a right-hander.
And then that'd be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 righties. Snit hates not having enough lefties. I could see Hilliard.
I think it's going to be White and Hilliard.
But I could also see White to be there as the defensive replacement late.
So wait, Hilliard's a righty,
Hilliard's lefty,
and White is a righty.
Righty, yes.
Okay. I think Hilliard makes it.
I do too. From
We
the
traded for
standpoint-
him as well, right?
Yeah, not a lot, but we did. I think Hilliard will make it from the standpoint of pinch hitting late and just what he can do as a lefty for us.
Yeah.
But
I think Hilliard and White.
I really think Luplow's going to make it.
So you think it's Luplow and Hilliard?
Yeah. It's either going to be Luplow and Hilliard or Luplow and a ninth
Luplow's
reliever.
a righty?
Yes.
Okay.
Luplow, Hilliard, or Luplow and a ninth reliever. I don't think we'll carry a sixth infielder.
But if we carry, Luplow's a righty. Okay.
Those 6 guys we got in the infield, they're all pretty durable.
Luplow and Hilliard were the 2 guys that were like more of a guarantee to make it.
Yeah.
White was always a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
And Pilar was kind of just a veteran guy to give a little more competition.
We traded for White, I do believe. Did he come over
from the Rangers?
Did he come with Allard?
Maybe it was just essentially
or
like
a cash
they were
deal
going to
still.
DFA him or something, and we just brought him in.
We just claimed him basically.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think he's always been like the outside shot, and that's
he has
what he's done just even more impressive.
And him having 2 options, not even just one, I think makes it even more likely for him to go down. While Luplow has 1 option left.
Yeah, and looking at the infield.
So you don't think there's any way to go with Pilar and Hilliard?
I could see Pilar making it a week ago, whenever he was actually hitting.
Because neither of them have options. And Luplow has 1, White has 2. I think Hilliard, with him not having options, is a guarantee.
What did they say the other day?
Do you feel that way?
DOB said something on his pod the other day about you don't play to win March. You play to win October. And he was referencing the options and stuff.
Yeah.
And that made me feel like he thinks that they're going to go with the guys with the least options because you can keep those other guys around.
Yeah.
Because you would technically have to option them. I guess that's what you'd have to do right here. You'd have to option them to minor league camp.
So Hilliard's lefty, Pilar's righty.
Righty, yeah.
So if we kept Pilar and Hilliard,
Pilar is a defensive guy.
Pilar might start opening day if we go against a lefty.
I think they'd give it to Eddie first off.
Even if he's a lefty?
I think they would make Eddie prove that he can't handle it.
So you think whoever we
the
bring
coaches,
in, you think it's going to be
Eddie's
Eddie's job before
yes.
it's a platoon?
Yes.
Really?
With how good he's looked in camp and how much Seitzer's been raving about.
I mean, the championship year, he was never platooned, really.
No, and Seitzer straight up
the
said
platoon was with Jock
Jorge and Jorge.
No, Jorge became every day. Jock and Adam, huh?
Yeah, and center.
Yeah.
Seitzer said it's almost like he's been hitting blind. It's almost like he can see now.
I've felt that all my life.
He said like it's almost like he can actually see the baseball now. And he said it's completely different. Even BP.
Yeah.
And Eddie has even said, I couldn't see the ball. He's like, I would pick it up so late. He could pick up spin. It could pick up anything. And that's what makes it even more impressive. He actually got a couple hits last year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I could see Pilar just from that comment because somebody has told him that.
I think it might would make a little more sense if you think Eddie's going to be that guy.
Have true backups.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, it also makes it to where that's one less guy that you have to, make a roster move on.
But then looking at it, dude, that has us carrying 6 outfielders.
I think we are.
It's just, I don't know.
I think we are. Well, how'd we carry last year? We never had a 6th infielder.
We didn't.
No.
I don't know.
We don't have backup first baseman or third baseman. We had Grissom at second, and Dansby at short, and Arcia behind them.
But then Anthropoulos also likes to have more bullpen guys early because everybody's not fully ready yet. So he might go 14 pitchers.
So that's what I was thinking.
He might do that.
And
so
that if Eddie is going to be the
you don't
guaranteed
need
left fielder,
another backup.
Exactly.
Let's say he's going 9 relievers. Let's say 9.
So Chavez and Yates.
Yeah, let's say that because I can see that more realistically happening. So then, I say we bring. I don't think we'll bring Hilliard then. That makes me really feel like they'd be Luplow.
Luplow?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the fact that he's actually hitting good, and he could play decent defense.
Hilliard's hitting just as well.
But he's a lefty. It would eliminate the whole possibility of a platoon.
True.
Unless you platoon Ozuna.
Huh. Yeah. I don't see any way Hilliard doesn't make the team. I really don't.
And he might. I've not heard any rumors about him, or I haven't heard any rumors about the left field job yet. They're not talking about it. So that makes me really feel like they have no idea yet.
Yeah.
You know, I'm eager to see Bowman's next prediction because he should be having one in like a day or two because he ain't done one in a while.
Yeah, I really think Hilliard, with him not having options left, that's really going to make it to where he makes a team.
Yeah.
I'm looking last year. Trying to see what his splits were. Here we go. Crap. Last year. Oh, he did not bat well.
Who's that?
Hilliard.
No. There's a reason he got traded in November.
He batted 107 against lefties and 199 against righties.
Yeah, that's not promising.
Not great.
107.
107. Now, it was only 28 at bats,
so he had 2 hits.
3 hits,
okay.
1 homer, 3 RBIs, 9 strikeouts. Not great.
So, yeah, it's not promising.
In Colorado as well. Maybe he just had a bad year.
Nobody hit well in Colorado last year, including Chris Bryant.
All right, here we go. 2021, batted 255 against lefties.
There you go.
And 202 against righties. So he had reverse splits. He had 4 homers against lefties, 10 against righties. Can I just see his career?
Huh.
Yeah, here we go. Give me career splits. Where's that at? Apparently I can't see that on this website. Probably needs to be a different one. COVID year. Lefty, 194, 216. Not much difference. The year before, 267, 274. Not much difference. Not a lot of games played.
And
so last year was his outlier.
Yeah,
it seems like.
So that's promising.
Yeah,
267. That's serviceable nowadays, man. Especially if he hits with power.
Yeah, I mean right now he's batting 357.
Holy crap! They put up 53 in the first half.
Yeah, my bet's not going well.
What'd you bet?
Nevada plus 2.5. I think
that might not happen, Clay.
Late cover.
Good. It's gonna take a late miracle.
Yeah. Right now, Hilliard is batting 571 against lefties.
Ooh.
That's 7 at bats,
4 hits,
4 RBIs, and then against righties, he's batting 286 and 21 at bats, so 3 times the at bats, 6 hits, 1 homer, 3 RBIs, 7 strikeouts, 3 strikeouts. So as a lefty, he's got 4 hits and 3 strikeouts. So he either hits the ball or he strikes out, no in between.
He's the 3 outcome hitter.
Yeah.
Modern day baseball. Like you just reading his body type makes you feel like, okay, this is like a my player created guy.
I'll take a chance on
baseball.
I'll take a chance on him.
A lot of people compared him to Cody Bellinger.
Yeah.
Because he can run like the freaking wind too.
I can see that.
somehow. So I'm excited. I've got this written down. I can't wait to look at it in a couple weeks and find out if it was true or not. Because as of tomorrow or today now, when the podcast gets released, we will be 2 weeks away from opening day. One of my favorite days of the year.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Except this year, the Braves play at freaking noon on a Thursday, so I will not get to watch
Take
them.
off?
I have football, so
Cancel it.
no. My kids will be doing a packet that day, so I can watch it pretty much uninterrupted.
Yeah, that's it for this one, though. I don't think we have anything else really to get into.
I'm excited to find out about starting pitcher, and I'm excited to find out about the outfield. Everything else is pretty much set in stone.
Yeah.
So that's the blessings of having a young core
and a really good
really
general management.
freaking good general manager.
Yeah. All right. Well, chop on.
As usual, chop on.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me. I feel hurt.